Good afternoon, Raider Nation. I want to welcome you to the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. My name is Brent Johnson. I'm alone once again this evening. Most of my crew members are practicing or playing in various sporting events this spring. I've had a rough schedule, or they have, as far as being able to help me broadcast, so apologize for any flaws in the broadcast, because it's going to be my fault completely. But I do thank you for joining us this evening. Not sunny evening, but it's a cool little crisp air. Baseball, it is baseball season, and anytime you can get together and pop that leather, anytime during this time of the year is good. The Raiders are hosting Region 2AA Swainsboro this week, 2 out of 3 games, 3-game series if you're unfamiliar with that. We'll face Swainsboro tonight here at home. We'll go to Swainsboro Thursday night and back home Friday. They started this year as the teams will be matching up again 3 times. It kind of takes away any or basically creates tiebreakers throughout the season to eliminate any issues when it comes down to sorting out who's 1, 2, 3, 4 during region play. Raiders are 10-5 on the season. Swainsboro is 5-10, just the opposite. Raiders are 4-2 in region play, and Swainsboro is 0-3. But I was told this afternoon, don't let that deceive us as we play a very scrappy team from Swainsboro. And here comes the first pitch from Cooper Brown, senior. Ball just outside as he takes ball 1, number 7 for Swainsboro. Let me see if I can pull that lineup card. Number 7, this is DJ Jackson. On deck is Yeomans for the Tigers. This ball is hit sharply into center field, but Wes Livingston makes a tremendous play like he usually does in center field. Houston behind the plate this evening, catching for Brown. Kirkland at third. Smith at short. Michael at second.
Number 2, Cade Yeomans.
And here's the pitch to Yeomans. Copeland on deck. Newberry in left. I've already mentioned Livingston in center, and I believe Miles is in right field. Another ball out of play. Quickly 0-2 the count with 1 out. Top of the first, excuse me. I've just corrected. Skylar Ivey is in right field this evening. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the evening for Cooper.
Now batting, number 10, Nathan Copeland.
Copeland to the plate. Curveballs lifted deep to center. Wes on the run. Gets underneath it. Over the shoulder catch. Had him scouted a little, maybe wrong there. The young man had a little pop in the bat. Excuse me, with that curveball. But Wes tracks it down. Dead center field there. What another great play by the young man, which we expect day in and day out. Excuse me. From that young man defensively. We're going to take a quick break here on the NFHS Network and be back in just a moment.
At Family Vision Care, we believe life is all about your vision. Family Vision Care is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Alma community, and we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. Doctors James McQuaig and Blake Hutto and their staff provide award-winning eye care service for Southeast Georgia. With the newly constructed office filled with state-of-the-art equipment, they can diagnose and correct your vision with detailed accuracy. Visit www.fvcalma.com.
Leading off for the Red Raiders, Adam Newberry, senior. This is a senior-laden team. And he takes a big cut. Ball's fouled straight back. Again, Raiders are 10-5 on the season. Swainsboro 5-10. Looking at the region standings right now, Jeff Davis 10-1 overall, 3-0 in region play. Vidalia 10-2, 5-0 region play. Toombs 11-4, 5-1 region play. And then Bacon in that fourth spot, 10-5 with 4-2 record. We took 3 from Metter and 1. Ball was pop foul again. We were 1-3 versus Toombs. Those losses were close. We're just still ironing out a few things like other teams in the first portion of the season, trying to settle into our own. Hopefully, big curveball across the plate. Must have caught the front corner of the plate. The ball ended up just off, but again, umpires have different zones. A lot of time they may be tight on one side and liberal on the other. We'll just, as long as he's consistent, no one will complain. Arnie at the plate. Slightly different lineup than the previous night I broadcasted. Confused me just a little bit. I know we only have just a handful of kids that bat from the left side. I knew Arnie was one of them. He's a junior. He's our designated hitter this evening. He catches quite a bit for the Raiders. Bennett's going to fight this one off in the left field for a base hit. I've always been a big fan of using the opposite field. Here's Houston, comes to the plate in the 3 spot. Young man that can spray it anywhere and hits it with a lot of power. Junior. But he's been that big for 4 years. Just a tremendous athlete. Curveball didn't quite get in the zone. Got 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Game 1 of a 3-game series this week, if you're just joining us, with Swainsboro, the Tigers. The ball high. Going to foul this one out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Crowd still trickling in. Not a bad move to first. There's a base hit on the right side and a hit and run. Runner's going to circle second, stop at third. We have runners at the corner now for Wes Livingston. Wes typically is the leadoff. Struggled a little bit early on in the season, but is in getting his confidence level back up.
Now batting, number 20, Wes.
And sometimes changing some things in the lineup can do that. Again, runners at the corner, 1 out. Bottom of the first. I want to take a moment to thank our 2018-19 athletic school year sponsors, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply, and Family Vision Care. Ball is hammered into right field. Maybe it didn't jump off the bat like I thought it might, but there's a run's going to score. Sacrifice fly. Does the trick. 1-0 early with 2 outs now.
Number 4, Cooper Brown.
Houston remains at first. Brown comes to the plate. Very capable of helping himself out, as he is the pitcher of record, getting the start tonight. This ball is lit up into left center. Base hit. Runner goes to third. Nice throw. Just a little late. Great throw by the center fielder. Runners at the corner again now with 2 outs. Mason Michael to the plate, sophomore. Get a courtesy runner. Drake Miles comes to first. Curveball just a little inside. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Raiders. 2 hits. Ball just off the plate, but called strike by the umpire. Took a little off that pitch. Fooled Michael. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, it appears Region 2AA, just like any other sport, baseball is going to be a tough year. Got 4 or 5 teams. This ball is lifted into shallow left center. Another base hit. Run scores. And no man's land there. Sort of a C&I single for Michael.
Now batting, number 14, Jake
Elrod. I'm not sure if I mentioned Elrod a moment ago. I think I stopped short because of time for a new batter. Elrod is starting first baseman this evening. Another senior. Good looking pitch on that inside corner for strike. Old ball gets. I'm afraid Miles may be injured as he come back in. It's it's got to be it's like he's holding his shoulder. And the way he's squirming around, it's probably not good. You have the fear of some type of maybe a dislocation. But we're going to take a quick break here. Be back in just a moment. We're back live. It appeared that I believe Miles may have just maybe got the breath knocked out of him, and that's something you can recover from. That's a scary feeling and a hurting feeling. Pretty good move, pickoff move by Swainsboro. A little better throw may have had him coming back, but the ball went into the outfield. 2 runs on the board with 2 outs. Curveball high, good eye by Elrod. Brings the count 2-1-2. Raiders with 3 hits now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Again, early. Bottom of the first. Ooh, and he gets hit in the ribs. Wow. He ain't happy. I wouldn't be either. I think I'd have picked that ball up and threw it back to him. Yeah, I'd have threw it back to him. Must have balked. We'll take it. I didn't see exactly. All I know is the pitcher has to come set completely. I don't know if it's a 2-second. Ball high in the zone again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. A chance for Elrod really to bust this thing open with a base hit. Walt brings up Jacob Smith. He was right on that ball, fouled straight back. And the pitch. And he right back up the middle. It's going to be a tough play. Elrod's going to beat it out. Runner scores. Another C&I single sort of there as it's off the glove of the pitcher. He lets it go through. It's probably an out, inning over, but that's just a natural reaction by any player to try to make a play. Smith comes to the plate. Runners on the corner again with 2 outs. 3-0 Raiders. Looking good so far. Pitcher seems a little rattled now. Had several base hits, a balk. Ball is hit to right field. Base hit. Nice by Elrod, not running into the ball as it was fired right beside him. Bases loaded. Oh, excuse me, another run scores. 4-0 Raiders. Runners at first and second.
Now batting, number 7.
Still 2 outs, and this is something that will frustrate another team. And when you're able to score runs with 2 outs, and I think that's the 3rd run we've scored with 2 outs. Just going to bring Kirkland to the plate. Junior. Real speedy guy. And he hammers this one to center. Could be up in the air enough for that young man to end the inning. Nonetheless, 4 runs plated by the Raiders. Big first inning. Kind of set the tone for this game. We're going to take a quick break on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports.
Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales is located US 1 South in Alma, Georgia. Andy specializes in late model cars and trucks with financing available. Andy has been in the automobile business for 30 years and over 10 years in Alma. Come experience the hometown friendly service at Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Like them on Facebook for the latest deals.
All right, we're top of the second inning.
22, Tyler Brinson.
Raiders lead 4-0. Cooper Brown on the mound. Brings the pitch. Like Michael's going to make the play there. Shallow right field for out number 1. Anytime you can score a bunch of runs and come back and hope get a 3 up, 3 down, or at least, very least, hold your opponent to scoring no runs is always a good thing. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Ball is hit hard into left center. This is going to be extra bases for this young man. 1 hops the wall. Nice play by getting it in quickly. Stand-up double. Number 11, R.J. Phillips with the double.
Now batting number
Davis Lamb
Lamb.
to the plate. Tate Thompson comes in as a courtesy runner. Second base, 1 out. Runner in scoring position now for Lamb with Phillips on deck. Oh, looks like we got him at third. That was a poor decision by probably a young base runner, if I had to guess. Coach is over there like, I don't believe it. But opportunity there squandered by the Tigers. Goes in Raiders' favor. Guarantee he's a young man and just good experience for him. Just didn't realize how far the ball did or did not get away from the catcher. He just kind of had in his mind, I'm going. The only thing worse than getting thrown out is getting thrown out on the third out. Good looking pitch on that inside corner as it breaks back across the plate. Kid can't believe it, but that was a really, really good pitch by Brown. Another one like that, he rings him up. Strikeout on that outside corner. That's nasty, folks. When you come inside with a curveball and then outside fastball, you rarely have a chance. Just a great top of the second inning there for the Raiders as we were able to hold them to 0 runs, 4-0. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. We'll take another quick break. Be back in just a moment.
At Family Vision Care, we believe life is all about your vision. Family Vision Care is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Alma community, and we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. Doctors James McQuaig and Blake Hutto and their staff provide award-winning eye care service for Southeast Georgia. With the newly constructed office filled with state-of-the-art equipment, they can diagnose and correct your vision with detailed accuracy. Visit www.fvcalma.com.
Bottom of the second inning. Back to the top of the order.
Is number 1, Adam Newberry.
Newberry. Newberry with a quick bat. Generates a lot of power. He can hit it a long ways. Not a real big kid. This is the third brother I've watched play since been teaching for 10 years at the high school. He's the youngest of 3. Ball just outside. He's able to fight it off, stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Ball a little low there. Base hit to left field. Diving try by the shortstop. Nearly made the stop the ball. He wasn't going to make the play. As Newberry gets a base hit. I believe that's the 5th hit for the Raiders this evening. 4 runs off 5 hits. Bennett Arney back up. I'd like to see another hit and run here. That right side. Well, high and tight for strike 1. Ball a little low. Newberry's got a little speed. He's not a blazer, but he can put them up and down. Again, I didn't mention, if I did, I don't recall, we got a new pitcher on the mound for the Tigers. I'll get his name just as soon as I can see his number. Cade Yeomans. Took a little something off there high in the zone. Two balls, 1 strike. No outs, runner at first. Excuse me, I was off on the count there. The board was. That's a ball 4. We got 2 runners, first and second. Houston comes to the plate again with a chance to add to this early lead. Be a good time to see Caleb take one over the 2017 Final Four sign. Oh, we could be. Oh, he just. Wow. Wow. You can see that on the camera. Catcher almost makes a huge mental mistake. At that point in time, you're just trying to not do any more damage. Just get that runner back to second. But he nearly threw it into right center. That ball would have went all the way to the fence as hard as he threw it. Luckily, the second baseman made the play. And Houston rips one down the left field line. This is trouble all the way to the fence. Never mind, opposite field. We got 2 runs. They're going to score. Oh, he holds him up. A little surprise there with a 5 would have been a 5-run lead. Giving it a try there with no outs, but nonetheless, no outs. That's why he's getting paid the big bucks. Arney stays at third.
Now batting number 20, West.
Livingston comes to the plate now. No outs. Runners at second and third. Base hits, probably scores 2. We can get West to drive that ball. And he does to right center. This is trouble. We're going to get a tag. This is the second RBI of the game for Wes. I know he's trying to get one down out there, but he's scoring runs. Sacrifice fly there again by Livingston. Score is 6-0. Bottom of the second, only one out.
Cooper Brown.
Runner at third. Brown a chance to help himself here. He puts it anywhere in the outfield. I'm not sure if they're playing in for a bunt or if they're just going home. They're protecting that plate. Have an opportunity to take the ball, but that's what happens when you play up like that. A routine ground ball becomes a tough play to make, and that was a routine to the shortstop. If he'd have been in position, they probably would have had one out there.
Number 16, Mason Michael.
Now we're with one out. That seventh run crosses the plate. We're getting closer and closer to a potential run rule. That's always great on a school night. Still only one out. Cooper at first. Ten after 5. I think it may be 12 after 4, 15 after 3. 15 after 3 maybe, and 12 after 4. Michael comes to the plate. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Again, I like a hit and run to the right side, even with 2 strikes. That's the second out of the inning. After we plated 3 runs, Elrod comes to the plate, runner at first. Ball is hammered up the middle. It's going to be a base hit for Elrod. Ball is bobbled. It's going to allow, great hustle by both young men running the bases. Now you see a real frustrated Swainsboro team with 2 outs, runners in scoring position at second and third. It's going to bring Smith to the plate.
Now batting, number 2, Jacob Smith.
Ball's outside. I tell you what, a base hit will pretty much, probably put the game away as far as a win or loss, but it'd get us a couple steps closer to, again, that potential run rule. Ball gets away. 1 ball, 1 strike, I believe, now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That's going to end the inning. 7 runs by the Raiders. Looking good so far, putting bat on the ball, playing good defense. Excellent pitching by Cooper. We're going to take another quick break and be back in a moment. Top of the third inning. Raiders have flexed their muscles early. 7-0 lead off 6 hits. A couple errors allowing for runners to advance, not necessarily score in those instances. And a couple more hard hit balls by the Raiders. It's just gone to someone. Or this game would be really lopsided. Swing and a miss. Cooper with 2 strikeouts in as many innings. Ball inside for strike. What a great pitch. Good location tonight for the young man. Phillips again at the plate. Riddle on deck. Screws in the hole. Two 3-up, 3-down innings for the Raiders. Another good-looking pitch there. It could be trouble, but it's foul. I'm sorry. I'm wrong on the 3-up, 3-down. The last inning, one of the young men hit a double. It's the only hit of the evening for the Tigers. This ball is lifted into shallow. Great play by Smith, just getting back there on the apron to make the first out of the inning. Number 21, Kyle Riddle, to the plate, followed by Screws. Then they're back to the top of the lineup. Well, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the third. A little chilly afternoon. Bacon County High School. I want to thank you for joining us on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports, but brought to you most importantly by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. My name is Brent Johnson. I'm an instructor at Bacon County High School, Engineering and Technology Department, representing the Career Agricultural Technical Education Department. I want to thank Principal Tracy Martin, Assistant Principal Scott Brown, and our CTA Director Clint Johnson for giving us the opportunity to broadcast live events of Red Raider athletics and other things. There's the 3rd strikeout of the night for Cooper. I also want to continue to thank our athletic sponsors. One being Mr. Andy Cawthon at Andy Cawthon Auto Sales. If you're in need of a quality used vehicle, and I believe he might could find you a new one if you really wanted one, he can find you exactly what you want. You can go by and see him. He's on US 1 South. Right before you get to the high school, he's on the left. The same parking lot as Terry Barber Siding and Bruce Burnett Automotive. I'll give them a little plug there. Those guys do a lot for our community as well when it comes to athletics and any and all things that young Red Raiders need. This ball is chopped to the second baseman. Michael's going to scoop it up, fire to first for a routine. That's the 3-up, 3-down we were looking for. 7-0. We head to the bottom of the third. Be back in a moment.
Andy Cawthon Auto Sales is located US 1 South in Alma, Georgia. Andy specializes in late model cars and trucks with financing available. Andy has been in the automobile business for 30 years and over 10 years in Alma. Come experience the hometown friendly service at Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Like them on Facebook for the latest deals.
Kirkland's going to have a long can of corn left field there. This is the bottom of the third. 7-0 lead. Raiders have scored 3 runs and 4 runs in consecutive innings. See if we can maybe score 5 in this inning. How about that? Back to the top of the lineup, Newberry. He's 1 for 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Again, looking to add to this lead. Ball just a little outside. 2-2-1 across the board. Getting a timeout by the batter. Foul out of play. Still 2-2. Excuse me. Again, big region matchup. Any region games are big. You know, we've got 12 more region games. 4 more series with Swainsboro, Bryan, Vidalia, and Jeff Davis to finish the season off. Every game is huge from this point forward. Playing for a seeding. This ball is hammered to left, but it's off the hosel of the bat. Didn't take off quite like I anticipated. 2 up, 2 down for the Raiders in this inning.
Now batting, number 23,
Bennett Arney to the plate. We scored about 3 runs off 2 outs in the first inning. He's going to lift this one into left field. This is going to be trouble. It's just turning. It's all the way to the wall. Arnie's going to have a stand-up double with 2 outs. And just a that's just a fine piece of hitting there by the young man, swinging at the first pitch, but he didn't try to do anything else that he could as far as a lot of times you see these guys trying to pull the ball. Just a nice level swing and just fires it into left center. Houston comes to the plate, and he had a big double his last at bat, scored a couple runs. Ball gets away from the catcher, but that's how you do it. You don't hesitate. You just absolutely take off, take the bag. Runner at third with 2 outs. So now a pass ball, wild pitch, scores a run. Just a little bit more pressure on the pitcher-catcher combination. And Houston just chops this one to the pitcher. It's going to end the inning. Raiders unable to score in the third. We go to the top of the fourth. However, we still lead 7-0. We're going to take another quick break and be back in just a moment.
At Family Vision Care, we believe life is all about your vision. Family Vision Care is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Alma community, and we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. Doctors James McQuaig and Blake Hutto and their staff provide award-winning eye care service for Southeast Georgia. With the newly constructed office filled with state-of-the-art equipment, they can diagnose and correct your vision with detailed accuracy. Visit www.fvcalma.com.
Jackson to the plate to lead off things here in the top of the fourth inning. Good pitch there by Cooper, unable to get the call. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball is hit deep to left center. Hope somebody makes the call, and he does. Newberry comes over quickly. Good looking pitch. Must have been a little high in the zone. It was covered the plate. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Just a bit inside. There, Cooper pours one in there. 3 balls, 1 strike. Another strike over the plate, and he fires it into right field. Goes down and gets it on that outside corner. Second hit of the evening for the Tigers. Tigers played Vidalia very well in their series, although they were swept. Excuse me. But Vidalia didn't destroy them. About an average of probably 4 runs, 3.5, 4 runs per victory. Inside pitch, hammered out of play. This ball is lifted into left field. Deep, but Newberry able to make the play. 2 outs. Runner at first. Brings 22 to the plate. Excuse me.
Now batting, number 22,
Tyler Brinson. Phillips on deck and Lamb in the hole. Cooper just keeping him honest over there at first. At this point, Swainsboro's got to try to generate some runs. This ball is popped up. Should be easy peasy for Cooper. He's going to end the inning. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th. 7-0 lead. We're going to take another quick break, honor our sponsors. All right, here we go. Bottom of the fourth. Let me change it on the score bug there to prove it. 7-0. Third inning was the only inning we didn't score any runs. Let's see what happens here. Livingston to the plate. And he has two sacrifice fly balls. One was drilled. It just was hit directly at the right fielder. Ball looked a little low in the zone. It's 2 balls, 1 strike on West. Like to see him get a base hit here. Ball low in the zone. Good eye. 3-1. The count. Base runner, any way we can get it would be fine. Smith is on deck. Ball outside. Oh, no. Wow, the ball was even tailing outside. That's always tough. There you go. Good at bat by Livingston. And he's got some wheels. Smith comes to the plate.
Now batting number 4, Cooper Brown.
Oh, excuse me. Brown to the plate. Mason Michael on deck. Him and Smith's built a lot alike. Another ball. I think I'd make him throw me 2 in a row. He's thrown 4 out of 5 pitches has been his balls. There was another ball we swung at. 1-1 the count. Two weeks till spring break. We were talking, I think we have approximately 8 more Mondays. That's how we count them down as school teachers. When you count down the actual days, that just sounds too many. But when you break it down like that, 8 Mondays, it tends to go by a little bit quicker. Oh, ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. West thought it was a foul ball, and now we're in trouble. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure. There was some poor communication between. Yeah, I got to blame that one on the coaches there. I mean, West is trying to get down to second. He's not sure. Yeah, that's a. Yeah, I never like to deliberately throw individuals under the bus, especially wouldn't do kids that way, but that was some poor communication there. Fortunately, we do have a good lead, but that's an opportunity. A lot of times what you'll see here is Cooper gets a base hit and could have got another run. Hopefully he gets a hit. 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, the ball just got away from the catcher. Cooper swung on it, kind of trying to protect. I don't know if a hit and run was on or what, but now Cooper's going to be a CNI single there. Ball gets under the glove of the pitcher. But in that case, again, West would have been its third, had runners at the corner with only 1 out, but that's water under the bridge. Michael comes to the plate with a chance to push Cooper over, or whoever's coming in. Brady Cawthorn is coming in he's a freshman, to run for Coop. This could be trouble here. Safe at second. Oh, and he just hops up and takes off. That's not That's a good decision by a freshman runner right there. And he's got some wheels, always been fast. Great athlete, runners at the corner.
Now batting, number 14, Jake Elrod.
Elrod with a base hit his last at bat. Chance to add another run. Ball low, and there's just a straight up steal there by Michael. Runners at second and third. Got to think of visits coming sooner than later from the Tigers head coach. Ball outside. It's going to be 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Smith is on deck. He's going to take strike 1, which is typical fashion there with a 3-0 count. Should be looking for something meaty here to hit. And it's inside. Gets away. Runner's going to score. Another runner is going to score. Jake advances. You're going to have a 2-run error, throwing error there.
Now batting, number 2.
And an extra base. We got 9-0. If we can get one more run here, again, we would. I'm not going to talk about it. West would have scored. It would be 10-0 right now with 1 out, and we get 3 more outs. This game's over. 10 after 5 will be the run rule. Ball's low again. If we can be careful here and somehow squeeze in one more, we'd be in business. We would be 3 outs away. Chopper. Runner's going to advance to third. Scoring position here. Kirkland to the plate. Again, a lot of speed here. Boy, a squeeze would be pretty, but don't see it too often well, you don't see it too often in any league anymore. Just a true squeeze play, but it's always fun to watch. Defenders are back. Swing and a miss by Kirkland. Ball gets away. That's going to be 10 runs. If we can get down, he's going to be out. It was close. That was close. 9-0. We're going to head to the top of the 5th. Be back in just a moment.
Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales is located US 1 South in Alma, Georgia. Andy specializes in late model cars and trucks with financing available. Andy has been in the automobile business for 30 years and over 10 years in Alma. Come experience the hometown friendly service at Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Like them on Facebook for the latest deals.
Number 11 for the Tigers comes to the plate here in the top of the 5th inning.
R.J. Fields.
That's Fields. Brown on the mound still. 9-0 lead for the Raiders. We were hoping and praying and pulling teeth and everything else, trying to squeeze in one more run. Trying to get a run rule here. Of course, obviously we had to get 3 outs before they scored, potentially. But we didn't. Third strikeout of the game for Cooper.
Now batting, number 8, Davis Lamb. Me and Uncle Larry. Back at it. Yeah, Davis Lamb.
This ball is popped up. Shallow right field. Schuyler comes in, makes the play. 2 up, 2 down for the Tigers. Or I should say for the Raiders. 9-0, top of the 5th. We have played really good defense this evening. Had a couple base running mistakes, but other than that, a pretty solid game by the Raiders. They put the bat on the ball. I think only 2 strikeouts for the Raiders this evening as we went through the lineup 3 times in 4 innings. Let me see who Jeff Davis is playing this evening. Playing Vidalia. I'll see if I can't pick them up on the radio and get a score. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Swing and a miss for the 4th strikeout of the evening. 9-0, headed to the bottom of the 5th. Let's see if we can tack on a couple more and end this thing. Take another break and be back in just a moment.
At Family Vision Care, we believe life is all about your vision. Family Vision Care is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Alma community. and we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. Doctors James McQuaig and Blake Hutto and their staff provide award-winning eye care service for Southeast Georgia. With the newly constructed office filled with state-of-the-art equipment, they can diagnose and correct your vision with detailed accuracy. Visit www.fvcalma.com.
Kirkland's going to lead off for the Raiders. Let's see if we can complete one run and end this thing. Excuse me. Raiders face the Swainsboro Tigers 2 more times this week. They travel to Swainsboro Thursday night, and then we're back home at 7 p.m. Friday night to wrap up the series. Another ball just a little low. 2 balls and no strikes, no outs.